Tom!
Over here, Adam.
Oh. Listen, Tom, have you seen little Joe around anywhere?
He was out making the rounds with that Kyle fella.
Yeah, but he should have been home by now. Where's Kyle?
He's up in his room, alone.
One arm of his...
I thought you said Kyle was in his room alone. Who are they?
Name's Regis and Gorman. They got a mean streak runs clean through. I hear they got out of jail just last week.
Now, what would a man like Kyle be doing with their kind?
And just what is Mr. Kyle's kind, Adam? Are you sure? Well, now, you got to admit he plays his business close to his vest.
Well, somebody ought to know.
Well, my guess would be little Joe. Mr. Kyle seemed to want to get friendly with him right from the start.
What do you mean?
Well, he was asking about little Joe the minute he got off the stage.
Thanks, Tom.
Adam, find little Joe?
No.
That boy. He knows we've got that branding to do in the crest section. Well, he should be riding in pretty soon, I guess.
He was with Kyle again today.
I told him he could go. What is it, Adam?
Kyle didn't meet little Joe by accident. He was asking for him the minute he got off that stage.
Who told you that?
Tom Madigan at the International House. Known her pretty well. Why don't you tell us who she was? What are you hiding, Mr. Kyle?
I am not trying to hide anything. She was a person I once knew. You believe that, don't you?
I don't believe you, Kyle. Who are you, and what do you really want here in Virginia City?
Look, what's got into you, Adam? You have no right to question Mr. Kyle like that.
Haven't I? Well, he's got you pretty well fooled, hasn't he?
Fool about what? He hasn't got me fooled about anything.
Tell him.
Well, that proves those two men are guilty.
But Mr. Kyle never answered the question. How'd he know those men are guilty?
What difference does it make as long as they're the men that did it?
But it does make a difference, doesn't it, Mr. Kyle? What were those men guilty of? Murder or just acting on your instruction?
That's ridiculous. What reason would he have to do a thing like this?
Well, maybe I can give you a clue. Which one did you want killed, Kyle? The man or the woman?
Look at him. You've been riding Mr. Kyle ever since you met him.
Stay out of it.
Brother against brother? How dare you, either of you?
Paul? Paul?
Oh.
Little Joe came in about 20 minutes ago.
Well, the maverick finally got home, did he? Well, right now the three of you are going to have a talking to. Put an end to this nonsense once and for all. Little Joe?
Oh.
Little Joe, come in here.
Paul, he came, but he didn't stay.
What do you mean he didn't stay?
Just came to pick up a few things, Pa. He's going to stay in town for a while.
Why didn't you stop him?
I planned to.
Paul, Adam says he's going to go too.
Adam! Adam, wait a minute. Now, Adam, before you...
It's political trouble. It's a madness, Pa. Suddenly something screams at you inside and you find yourself saying things you don't mean, things you don't even believe. Tell little Joe I wanted him to know that. Try to make him understand.
These things that are packed here, what's this for? Where do you think you're going?
New England ought to be mighty pretty this time of year. I think I'd like to see it again.
Now, Adam, you can't be serious. Use your head.
Oh, Adam, come on.
Hoss, things can't be the same between us anymore.
What are you talking about? What can't be the same? Why can't they
I
be
just
the same?
can't, Pa.
Adam!
There's no other way, Pa. Can't you see?
No, I can't see. I'm not going to stand by and watch my family flake away like rust off a wheel.
Well, use your head, Pa, not your heart. Can't you see the damage is already done? It's got to be little Joe or me. And he needs you more than I do.
Adam, I don't want you to go.
You think it's what I want, Pa? Or even what little Joe wants? This thing has gone so far now, there's just no stopping it. You can't have two different points of view in the same house, Pa. It just won't work, and that's all there is to it.
Adam, please.
Oh, Pa, leave me alone with it.
Should be a lot further along than this by now, Adam.
Don't worry, I'll get there.
Well, maybe you will, maybe you won't. First, I think we ought to get something settled. Now, just hear me out. Just sit and listen to me. Now, as long as I can remember, you always stayed up later than we did because you were older than we were. You always helped Pa settle the problems of the Ponderosa because you were grown up. Well, that just isn't going to set with me anymore. Not if Hoss and I have to run the ranch by ourselves.
That lake sure gets under your skin, don't it?
It sure does.
Let's go home.